Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. So we are back with another session of estimation. And yes, today we are just resuming our work from where we left off. And for those who did not watch my previous video, I'm going to put my V card and I'm going to put my link to that video in the description and in the V card at the top. So visit there. This whole session will be helpful for you in process of estimation. So today we are going to resume our video. In fact, we are going to resume our session from previous where we left off. And yes, I will be moving to the screen as soon as possible. But just let me explain a bit what we will be going to do in our following session. So as we have uploaded the plan in the previous video to our software, today we will learn that how we will extract or open that existing file. So it's basically the same as usual for the other softwares, but yes, we will be going to learn that, and then we will be going to move into the plans and watch out that which quantities or actually we will need whole quantities. Anyhow, we will see that which quantities we will be going to get from which plan, and yes, which information or from where we have to gather the information to collect that quantities. So if in previous video, as I told that we will be going to organize our estimate in that shape or in that form in which we are going to perform our construction on the site. Like if I simplify my wordings, we will be going to we will be going to arrange our estimate from excavation to finishes. So first of all, we will be going to start work on the excavation plans. We will be going to get the quantities of the excavation from the plans, and then we will be moving forward. So today, basically, we will talk about excavation, and afterwards, we will be in this session or maybe in the following session, we will be moving ahead. Thank you for staying there. Now, without wasting any time, let me get you to the screen, and we will be seeing that how we will be performing and how we will be opening our existing file. So let's move. So let me open. So here the software is opened, and see this will be the interface for you when you open the PlanSwift. So let's see that now we are going to open it, and yes, there are a lot of jobs, and I need I need to search our sample project estimation. Going to click open. So here is our job is opened, and in the previous session we just renamed our pages, and now we can easily maneuver from our drawings. And if we go to different plan, first floor plan, and then our top floor, and we have footings and all the way down. So we will need to go to excavation plan. And in excavation plan, see we have the excavation written over here and the hatched area. We need to, and in this hatched area, we need to do the excavation. And on the sides, we do not need to excavate, as it shows us that we do not need to excavate. So here we have two sections from our building, which cut our whole building in two directions. One is XX and the other is YY. So if I go to the section details, yes, here we can see that this is the section X, and in XX we are given with the reduced level, that is the original level, and from this level we need to come down level of 5 foot and 6 inches, and that is from the reduced level to the bottom of the footing. And by that bottom of the footing I mean the bottom of the gravel which we will be going to put after our excavation. So if I go back to excavation plan, we will see that on this side. Now, as on the excavation plan, you see that there is written that do not excavate. But on the section, if I go back to section, we can see that we need our retaining wall is also located at the same level on which our foundation is placed. So that means that we need to excavate for our retaining wall, and we need to excavate in that portion where it shows we do not need to excavate. Although we will excavate it 5 to 6 inches down, but we will going to backfill it with earth material. So, and the other portion we will be going to put granular material, while here we will be going to put earth. So we are backfilling here with earth. So if I go back to my excavation plan, so here it shows do not excavate, but we need to excavate 5 foot and 6 inches in the area which will contain or which will be included of retaining wall. So as it's we have seen the section XX, now we move to section YY. So here we have the retaining wall, and again that section is cut through retaining wall, section YY. So if I go and again, you can see if I go to the section YY, for that we will need to go 7 feet down. That means we are going even deeper for this foundation than our the building foundation. So the retaining wall footing is 7 feet down, and the other side is 5 foot and 6 inches down. So again, we will be going to um, excavate 7 feet down in the west side of the portion. Like here we are going to excavate 7 feet down, and we are going to excavate 5 foot 6 inches down in this direction. So now let me talk about that how I will be going to draw the quantities. So from the top and the top portion, so again once again we are going to excavate 7 feet down in this area and 5 foot 6 inches down in this hatched portion. Now, if I come back to the sections, that means that we need to go down in the west direction, and while we will be going to the same 5 foot 6 inches level in the direction of south. And again, see that this footing is 7 foot down, and here we will be going to excavate 5 foot 6 inches. Now, if we talk about our estimation techniques, that how we are going to do the estimation, how we are going to perform the estimation. So we will be having the different tools, and those 4 tools which we are going to use are these area, linear, and area, linear, segment, and count. In linear, we are going to mark the linear footage, and we are going to mark the length through that linear portion. And for that segment, we are also performing the linear, but as segment shows us that we can only mark 2 points because segment always contain 2 points while the line contains indefinite points. Now we have count, and count we are going to use the counts. We are going to pick the numbers using that count. So if we come back and now if we go to mark our drawings, we will going to click area and see here it shows me that you cannot do the marks up because your sheet is not scaled. So this is the advantage of PlaneSwift, that before marking up, if you did not scale your sheet, it will show you an error. It will show you an error, and yes, you can now cancel it and go to the scale. Here we have some predefined scales, but as on the sheet, we cannot see any specifically written scale. So we are going to manually scale our this sheet. So for that, we are going to pick a number, and for that we are going to click the scale. If we cut it, if you see, we can click the button here. Do not go to the drop down and type that number which we are type the dimension which we already know. So that is 7 feet and 9 inches. We do not have any fraction, so we will press OK and we will go to market. So try to be as precise as you can. Yes, so now this is 7 foot 9 inches, and now we have marked, or we have scaled our drawings in horizontal direction. Now we are going to scale it in vertical direction. So this is 541 by 2. Press OK. Again, try to be as much precise as you can. It's done. Now our sheet is scaled. Now if I go to area, we will be going to perform excavation. So let's type excavation and press OK. No other settings will be needed. Now we are going to select the area in which we are going to excavate to the level of 5 foot and 6 inches. So that marking is continued. Now as here we know that we need to excavate in this area. So for that we will be going to click here and we will be going to the right towards our retaining wall, and we will be restraining it over here because on the left side we will be having our next retaining wall, and that is 7 feet down. So now you can use three different methods. You can click right and go to the stop to exit from the editing mode, and second you can click on this digitizer record. It will end your marking, and finally you can press N on your keyboard. So when you press N you will be going to exit from your editing mode, but you will be remaining in the, and you can now draw another area. We will be going to click digitizer record to exit from the command, and now we will be needing another area, and that area is 7 feet down. So here we will be going to have we will be going to mark another area. Yes, and that we will be going to need excavation here, and that excavation will be up to the level of 7 foot. So excavation 7, we are going to press OK, and yes, we are going to mark uh, excavation where we have to go 7 foot down. So here we can see that we have marked our two excavation plans. Now here we are getting the square footage of these both excavations. So when it comes to transfer your data to your Excel sheet, depend upon your personal desire that when your personal ease that when you are going to transfer your data. For me, I usually prefer to mark all the quantities on the plans on the plan Swift, and then I move to the Excel. So that is the way which I prefer. Of course, it differs with you. I personally recommend you that don't rush, understand the things, and at this initial stage, you need to do a step by step transfer. So in the next video, I will be showing you that how you will be going to transfer this data into the Excel. That is all from today's session. So I hope you like my videos. Give me your feedback. I'm welcoming your inputs, and tell me that how can I keep on improving my style. Show me that how you easily understand. So I highly appreciate your feedbacks. I really recommend you to drop your feedbacks, and just tell me that how it is going. Till then, take care. I will seeing you in the next session. Be safe.